Yo, yes indeed, people. Welcome back. It's your boy Jay Jordan back for another WNBA watch along. This time, of course, it's the home team, the New York Liberty, on the road against the Atlanta Dream. We're in for a good one tonight. It's a busy slate here in the WNBA this afternoon. Happy Sunday to all. The Liberty won it's not even last night. Yesterday afternoon in New York at the Barclays Center against the LA Sparks. They beat them both games, beat them on Thursday and beat them on Saturday. Then they had to fly down to Atlanta last night to play the Atlanta Dream this morning. Janelle, I see you first. Salute. The Atlanta Dream, they've been off for a day or two, so they haven't played in a couple days. So they are here awaiting the Liberty. Last time they played was the 21st against the Indiana Fever, a game in which they lost 91-79. RC, my guy, salute. What's going on, bro? So the Atlanta Dream 6-8, 3-5 at home. The New York Liberty are 14-3. They are 6-2 on the road. Or as he says, here for support, even though, Jay, you know what game I'll be watching. Yeah, you got an hour before that game, bro. So hang out with your boy for a little bit. Yeah, as I was saying, there's a busy slate in the W this afternoon. 4 games total, 3 of them starting at the 3 p.m. Eastern time. And one of them, the national TV game, which is Indiana at Chicago at 4 p.m. on ESPN. So you'll be able to watch it there. All right, let's touch on the starters for both teams first before we get into everything else that's on the slate for today. So we got, for the Liberty, they have Sabrina Ionescu, Leonie Fibich, Kayla Thornton, Brianna Stewart, and Jonquel Jones. Their bench, a little light still. Marquisha Davis, Kennedy Burke, Ivana Dojkic. Benai Jelani Hamilton is out with a sore knee. She hasn't played the last 3 games. We found out Courtney Vandersloot, her mom passed away due to her battle with cancer. So that's the reason she's been out all of these games. So prayers to Vandersloot. And Niara Sabli still out with back injury. For the Dream, I'm assuming, let me verify that before I'm spreading false information. Jordan Canada is supposed to get the start today, but let me verify with my sources, as they say. That's interesting. They have not released the lineup yet for the Atlanta Dream as of right now. So right now I have Jordan Canada as the starter, Alicia Gray, Nia Coffey, Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, and Tina Charles. Their bench is Haley Jones, Crystal Dangerfield, Ariel Powers, Naz Hillman, Lorella Kubai, and Letitia Amahir. Ryan Howard out with an ankle injury. She turned her ankle pretty bad in that, I think it was in the Fever game. No, it was the game before the Fever game, I believe. And there's no timetable for her return. Yeah. The game against the Lynx, in the third quarter, she turned her ankle pretty bad. So she is out. Yeah, that's it for the lineups for the Dream. Once they update the Dream lineup, as I say that, they just updated it. So we have Haley Jones, Alicia Gray, Ariel Powers, Nia Coffey, and Tina Charles. So I'll update that now for us right at this moment. They just updated the starting lineup. So Jordan Canada will be coming off of the bench if she is to play. So we're going with Haley Jones back at the starting lineup. She has been the starter for them all year pretty much. So we have Haley Jones, Alicia Gray, Ariel Powers getting the start. Last game they started Nia Coffey and Cheyenne Parker-Tyus. Ariel Powers, and then Nia Coffey will move down back to her 4 spot. Nia Coffey and Tina Charles. And then we'll update the bench here. So shout out to Ariel Powers getting the start. Tanisha Wright trying any and everything right now. Atlanta not playing really good, Jordan. Very inconsistent team. All right, and Cheyenne, Parker, Tyus. All right, cool. All right, let's close that out. Close that, and that should be updated now. All right, so Atlanta is updated. That is correct starters on your screen. Those are the correct starters on your screen. All right, so as you can see at the bottom of the screen, there's 3 other games in addition to this one. So we have Dallas at Washington. That's another back-to-back game that we have to be aware of. They played yesterday, and now they're playing again today. Connecticut at Seattle. This is the first time the 2 teams will be playing each other. And Indiana at Chicago. This is the 3rd matchup. This is the first time Chicago will be hosting this matchup this season. So that's something to look out for. Indiana has won the first 2 matchups, though. So that may influence who you think will win these games. Win that game, excuse me. For those who are trying to watch this game here in the tri-state area, in New York, New Jersey, and Southern Connecticut, this game is on My 9. If you have cable, YouTube TV, any of those type of things, it's on My 9. You can also watch it on Liberty Live, which is the streaming service that Liberty provide for you to watch games, but you have to be in. I think it uses your GPS location to see where you are. So you have to be in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area to access it. You can also watch it on League Pass if you're not in New York, in those areas I mentioned, or in Atlanta. So there's a couple places where you can watch it. It's also on ESPN3. I think I was seeing as well. ESPN3 is ESPN's digital channel. You'll still need a cable provider to access it. So, and at the end of the day, you still, if you have cable, you can access it. Excuse me. For the Dallas Wings Washington Mystics game, same thing. It's on League Pass and on the local providers wherever these teams are. So in the Bally Sports Southwest for Dallas, and I think it's Monument Sports Network for Washington and the local broadcasting network. Also on League Pass. Connecticut Sun at Seattle Storm, also on League Pass. Blackout restrictions apply, of course. And then this 4:00 game is on ESPN. On regular ESPN. Of course, there's a big matchup there. So I'm not shocked that they have that there. Alrighty. I don't know. The Liberty on a back-to-back. I'm not sure. Bro, what's good, E? What's good? I'm not sure what to expect in this game, to be completely honest with you. Liberty just played yesterday, had to fly down last night, played this game today, and then they fly back, have a day of rest, and then they play in the Commissioner's Cup on Tuesday. So a lot of back and forth. I know the charters are there, but it's not going to be easy for this team. Minnesota is just sitting and waiting. So I'm hoping for the best for the Liberty. Sabrina is starting. RC said who's starting for Salute. It's still Sabrina. Leonie Febich is in for Benijah Laney Hamilton. Kayla Thornton is also in as well. She's been in the starting lineup since Salute's been out. And then Brianna Stewart and John Quell. Nah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant, bro. I know what you meant. All right, the game should be starting in the next 4 minutes. 4 minutes, this game should be starting. I'll have all the scores at the bottom of the screen here, so we can keep track of all of these games. Very important matchups. I'm looking forward to seeing who comes out on top of, especially this Connecticut-Seattle. Connecticut lost to Vegas the other night. They got smacked up by Vegas. So I want to see if it was just an anomaly or they just can't hang with the top 5 teams at the moment, because their schedule has been pretty soft, for lack of a better term. They've played Chicago, they've played Indiana, played Washington. They haven't played any of the serious dogs or contenders. And when they did, like when they played the Liberty, they lost. They played the Aces, they lost. So it's time for them to prove that they're a problem. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This other matchup, Dallas Washington. I had a feeling Dallas was going to lose that game yesterday. With all the injuries, and Natasha Howard had a good showing, but Dallas at this moment is just not a good team without all of their pieces. Like when they get one piece back, another piece goes down. So they're in a bad way right now. And Indiana, Chicago, we already know what that is. You know what the media is gonna push. Um, so I'm looking forward to seeing how if Angel continues her double streak, how Cardoso looks against Aaliyah Boston, the two South Carolina ex players, Gamecock players. Aaliyah Boston got the best of her last game, had like 27 and 14 against her. Welcome to the W. Um, so I'm looking forward to see how these matchups shake out, man. I'm really looking forward to it. All right, let me make sure I'm fast forwarded so I'm not behind, and we can get this show on the road once it starts. All right. In predictions for this game, I think the Liberty will win this game in a close one. I think the Liberty will win this game in a close one. The spread on this game, according to the website here, is Atlanta is New York are 9-point favorites. I think Atlanta will cover that. I think this game will be much closer, especially with the Liberty on a back-to-back, and not even a back-to-back at home, as they played at home and then had to fly on the road for the second leg. So I think it will be much closer than that, but the Liberty will come out on top and go 15-3. For the Dallas Wings Washington game, I'm going Washington again. They're 1.5-point favorites. I think Washington wins that and covers that spread there. For Connecticut at Seattle's just a weird team. I'm gonna go Connecticut. Connecticut's the underdog. They're 1-point underdogs here. I'm gonna go Connecticut in that game, to cover that spread there. And Indiana versus Chicago. I think Chicago finally gets over the hump and gets the win. I think they cover that spread. They're a 2-point favorite. I think Chicago covers that. RC says 84-73 in favor of the Fever. I guess we'll see. One of us got to be wrong here. One of us got to be wrong here. All right, let me start recording this, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, there we are. There we are. Man, I was looking forward to this game all morning. I didn't get to watch yesterday's game yet. I caught the highlights. I was out yesterday, and I couldn't watch the game live. So one of my boys went out there with his lady. They had a good time. They saw a win. So I'm glad that I was able to provide those tickets for them. All right, so my 9, I'm watching the game on. The broadcast is starting as we speak. Sigmund says Liberty by at least 10. Okay. Well, I guess we shall see. I'm just a little worried about them on a back-to-back. But listen, I'm not gonna complain if they win by 1. If they win by 10, it's all fine in my book. Jeannie, what's up? She says if they stop Kennedy, they win, but have to stop her. Yeah, she's going to be a problem. Kennedy Carter. Last game against him, I think she had about 18 points. And I think she was coming off the bench that game too. RC says, Jay, I love when the Fever put the Chicago Skype. Man, I know what you're trying to say. Chicago Sky in their place. Nah, I get you. All right, so Liberty are in 2nd place. The Dream are in 7th place. All right, got Zora Stevenson and Julianne Vianney Brain on the call. Liberty have won 9 of their last 10 games. Looking to continue that streak. Make sure I have my I have so many screens up right now. I got the iPad so I can keep track of the scores from the other games. I got the scores for this game. I'm not trying to miss any action this afternoon. Before we start, guys, if you haven't already, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We do these watch-alongs all W season long. Thank you for all the support. For those who've been riding with your boy for a minute, those who are new, appreciate it. We'll be back on Tuesday for the Commissioner's Cup final. I'm not going to it. They moved it from Barclays out to Long Island. Nah, I ain't going out to Long Island on a Tuesday. I'm on a Tuesday, so I'll be doing the watch along here. So make sure you're tuned in for that. The starters are the same what we have on the screen. They're completely updated. Completely updated. Okay, like I mentioned, Ryan Howard is out. She got injured on that Tuesday or Wednesday game. But the Liberty are missing 3 people on themselves. Listen, man, call me phony or not, I ain't going out to UBS. I ain't never been to no UBS arena out on Long Island. Benija and Sloot have traveled with the team. They are here. All the players hugging and kissing and all that good stuff. So tip-off is starting between Jonquel and Nia Coffey. Jonquel wins the tip, and we are off, people. Liberty start off with the ball. Jonquel over to Kayla Thornton. She had a hell of a game yesterday. Hit like 7 threes. Sabrina down to Stewie. Stewie had a hell of a game. Turnaround jumper, and she picks off where she left off. And Stewie is on the board. Foul line jump shot. Liberty up 2-0. Haley Jones over to Aerial Powers, getting her first start, I believe. Aerial Powers over to Nia Coffey. Nia Coffey tries to drive, gets it down to Tina Charles. Tina Charles shoots over Jonquel, and she scores. So the ex-Liberty player, Tina Charles, with the basket, and it's 2-2. Phoebich with the ball over to Jonquel. Jonquel handoff to Kayla Thornton. Top of the key. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina, right wing. Gets the screen from Stewie. They try to go back to Stewie. Turnover, Liberty. Aerial Powers on the break. She pulls up for the mid-range jump shot, and it misses. Rebound, Jonquel. Over to Sabrina. Tudo, my guy. Salute. What's good, bro? Sabrina over to Stewie. Over to Jonquel. Over to Kayla. Kayla comes off the screen. She pulls up for 3. Misses badly. Rebound, Aerial Powers. Powers drop past to Tina Charles. She goes up with the left and scores. So Atlanta has the lead, 4-2. Sabrina over to Stewie. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina coming off the screen. Rescreen by Jonquel. She gets to the foul line. And Sabrina with another turnover. She tries to get out of the double team. Nobody comes open, and the Dreamer on the break. Coffey for 3. She misses. Tina Charles, the rebound. Tina Charles post up against Stewie. Jump shot. Misses. Oh, it bounces around. Oh, Jonquel gets the rebound. So Sabrina already with 2 turnovers. They're trapping her off of these screens. Oh, Jonquel is straight to the basket. Goes up. Gets blocked by Nia Coffey. And the Atlanta has the ball. Aerial Powers on the break here. Aerial Powers over to Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray drives, gets it to the paint, goes up, misses, bounces off the backboard. Tina Charles with the rebound, gets blocked by Stewie, and the Liberty have the ball. Stewie had 6 blocks yesterday. Excuse me. Oh, good no look from Sabrina to Kayla Thornton, and the Liberty score again. It's 4-4. Tudo says outside of the last 2 games, LA New York was scored 45 and won the third by 9. Yeah, they had lapses in both those LA games, but it just took 1 quarter or a couple minutes for them to change it. This is the 60th regular season matchup. The Liberty are winning this 37-22, I think it said. Alicia Gray down to Coffey. Coffey gets pushed in the back, foul, and 1 foul on Kayla Thornton. So Nia Coffey scores the layup, and she's going to the line for a free throw. So Nia Coffey at the line. Move this scorebook down a bit. So Nia Coffey at the line for a free throw to complete the three-point play. She misses. Breanna Stewart with the rebound. Yeah, Tudor, you're right. They be rushing it. They really be rushing it. They really have to slow. Sabrina wide open for three, and she buries it. Sabrina Ionescu knocks down the three. Liberty retake the lead 7-6. Haley Jones over to Nia Coffey. She goes up, gets her own rebound. Out to Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, who's checked in off the back rim. Rebound, John Quell. I didn't even see Cheyenne check in for Tina Charles. John Quell, pump fakes, corner to Phoebich. Phoebich out to Sabrina for another three, and she misses. Rebound, Haley Jones. I thought Phoebich should have taken the first one. Haley Jones on the drive, goes up, throws up the scoop, and foul. So foul by Leone on Haley Jones. Haley Jones going to the line for 2 free throws. Tudo says, good thing with New York is once the floodgates open, we go on runs. Yeah, once the floodgates open, they tend to go off. Haley Jones misses the first free throw. Naz Hillman checks into the game for Nia Coffey. Haley Jones at the line for the second. Hey Liz, salute. Haley Jones hits the second, and it's a tie game, 7-7. Breanna Stewart brings it up the court. Stewart over to Sabrina. Sabrina looking for the screen. Gets the screen from John Quell. Over to Stewie off in the right corner. She drives to the paint, throws up the hook. Oh, she airballs it. John Quell with the rebound, goes up and scores. John Quell Jones with the rebound and stick back. 9-7. Liberty. Ariel Powers on the drive. Good defense by Kayla. She goes out to Naz Hillman. Over to Ariel Powers coming off the curl. Foul line jumper. Front rims it. Kayla Thornton the rebound. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina crosses half court. Gets off the screen from Stewie. Picks up a dribble. Over to Kayla. Kayla up top to Sabrina. Sabrina gets the screen from JJ. Oh, Sabrina gets ripped by Cheyenne Parker-Tyus. That's 3 turnovers in the first quarter on Sabrina. Alicia Gray for 3. She misses. Rebound, Leone. Sabrina a little lax with the ball right now. She has 3 turnovers in the first 5 minutes of this game. Stewie with the ball. ISO'd with Alicia Gray. She pulls up the jumper, foul, and 1. Breanna Stewart. Foul on Alicia Gray. Stewie hits the basket and should go to the line for 1 more. Tudo says, let's make it 15-3. Yeah, this is the Liberty's best start ever, as Tudo said on the Twitch. 14-3, their best start to a season ever. Kennedy Berg enters the game for Kayla Thornton. Breanna Stewart at the line for the 3-point play, and she buries it. Breanna Stewart picking up where she left off last night. Yesterday afternoon. Naz Hillman with the ball. Over to Alicia Gray. Top of the key to Ariel Powers. Crossover. She gets to the foul line. Good defense by Leo. Over to Naz Hillman. Up top to Alicia Gray. 6 seconds. Hand off to Alicia Gray. Down to Cheyenne Parker. Fall away jump shot. Bounces around and in. Cheyenne Parker-Tyus on the board. 12-9 Liberty. Under 5 minutes to go. Kennedy down to Breanna Stewart, and she gets fouled. Jordan Canada is into the game as well. Jordan Canada into the game for Haley Jones. Her first minutes of the season for the Atlanta Dream. Oh, I thought that was, yeah, Jordan. They called that foul on Haley Jones. Jordan Canada is in the game, but that foul was on Haley Jones. We have an official's timeout. It's 12-9 so far. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. So Liberty looking a little bit better than I expected. As a team coming off the back-to-back, I guess as the game goes on, we'll see how the legs hold up. But Stewie, doing well so far, picking up where she left off, already up to 5 points. Sabrina hit a three, but she already has 3 turnovers, 2 bad passes, and 1 off the dribble. She was trying to dribble past Cheyenne Parker Tyus and got ripped. All right, salute to everybody here. We got a nice sized crowd here. I have the scores for the other games going on at the moment at the bottom of the screen. 18-12 Dallas over Washington, 10-6 Connecticut over Seattle, and the next game starts in about 45 minutes. Indiana at Chicago. Alrighty, man. I'm like what I was saying. Let me see who's doing work for Connecticut, Seattle. So you have Alyssa Thomas with 4 points and 5 rebounds already. Bree Jones with 6 points. So that's their 10. And then you have Magbagor with 2, Diggin Smith with 2, and Jewel Lloyd with 2. This Wings Mystics game is already pretty high scoring so far, 18-12 at the halfway point. Natasha Howard already up to 10 points in the first quarter. Her first game back was last game, and she's putting in work already. Excuse me. All right, so we're back on the broadcast. They're advertising the Commissioner's Cup. Advertising the Commissioner's Cup. So it is New York ball. They actually did change that foul. I was right. It was on Jordan Canada. They actually changed it back. Tudo Ag. So how would you fix the second quarter for New York as the ball is inbounded to Brianna Stewart? Stewie guarded by Parker Tyus. Hand off to Sabrina. Back to Stewie. Stewie pump fakes. Over to Sabrina. 8 on the shot clock. Sabrina gets into the paint, gets fouled, and 1. Sabrina Ionescu hits the floater, gets fouled by Jordan Canada. I think that's her is that her second foul? Yeah, Jordan Canada with the foul and scores. Jeannie, the Commissioner's Cup is basically the WNBA's in-season tournament. It was a timeout by the Dream. I don't know if they're challenging this. But Jeannie, it's basically the WNBA's in-season tournament. The group play stage took place between June 1st and June 13th. The Liberty is split into East and West Conference. Each team played their other conference opponents one time, and whoever had the best record at the end of the week represented their conference. So on Tuesday is the Commissioner's Cup final between the Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx. The Liberty went 5-0 in the Commissioner's Cup group stage. The Lynx went 4-1, I believe. So whoever wins that will win the in-season tournament. There's money, prizes for the players. There's also money that gets donated to the cause of each team's choosing. So a lot of financial benefits to win that tournament. So we're in a timeout right now after that foul by Jordan Canada on Sabrina. It looks like the call is overturned. I think the basket counts, but there's no foul. That was an early challenge for Tanisha Wright and the Dream. Early challenge, but it was successful. So as they come back onto the floor, I guess they'll give us the official word here. And they'll give us the official word. Come on, give us the information. They're just talking about random stuff right here on the broadcast. So it looks like the players are going to the other end of the floor. So what I did say is right. The call was overturned. No foul on Jordan Canada. The basket does count. So it's 14-9. Naz Hillman to inbound, gets it into Aerial Powers. Ivana Dojkic has checked into the game. As I say that, she almost gets a steal, and she steps out of bounds on that. She almost got the steal, but stepped out of bounds, so it stays with Atlanta. So Atlanta to inbound in the backcourt. Naz Hillman over to Jordan Canada, playing her first game in Atlanta Dream colors this season. Tiger Lair salute, huge game for the Fever against the Sky. Yeah, we're gonna be keeping eyes on all these games. Cheyenne Parker Tyus throws a bullet pass down into Naz Hillman. She goes up, gets blocked, and they call a shot clock violation. Great defense by the Liberty. I think Kennedy Burke got the block on that one. 14-9, New York, ball in play with the Liberty. Dojkic over to Kennedy Burke. Burke with the ball. Burke over to Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina drives by Canada, goes to her left, goes up, foul, and one. Sabrina Ionescu. She said, y'all didn't get the foul on her last time. I'm going to get it this time. Scores the basket, going to the line for one more. This is her first action in the season this year. She's not used to the grind yet. So they go right at her as Sabrina does. Gets the body in front of her. She clips the leg. She goes up with the left. And Sabrina scores, going to the line for one more. Sabrina knocks down the free throw for the three-point play. It's 17-9 New York. Jordan Canada brings the ball up the court, guarded by Dojkic. Sabrina already up to 8 points here. Haley Jones over to Aerial Powers, looking for Parker Tyus in the paint, guarded by Stewie. She pulls up for the mid-range jump shot, cashes it in. Cheyenne Parker Tyus knocks down the mid-range jumper. It's 17-11. Sabrina over to Phoebich. Phoebich for three, front rims it. Stewie almost gets the rebound, but Parker Tyus chases it down. She's running the break. Nobody stops the ball. She goes coast to coast. Oh, she smokes the layup. Naz Hillman gets the rebound and put back. Nobody stops the ball. Cheyenne Parker goes coast to coast. Misses the layup, but Naz Hillman with the rebound. Dojkic on the drive, gets fouled again by Jordan Canada. So Jordan Canada with 2 quick fouls in her few minutes. Tudo says, who do you think is the WNBA version of D Wade? That's tough to say. Tough today. D Wade is, I don't know. I have to think about that one. Ball and play with the Liberty. Dojkic comes off the screen, Dojkic saves it over to Sabrina. Over to Jonquel. Active hands by the Dream. Jonquel Jones with the pump fake. Picks up her dribble. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. She goes back door to Sabrina. Sabrina gets it off in time and scores. Wow, the Liberty looked like going nowhere fast. And luckily, Jonquel finds Sabrina on a back cut for the layup. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was super. Nobody in the league like explosive like that. They call a foul on Jonquel Jones on the box out of Cheyenne Parker Tyus. It's hard to compare W and NBA players. It's tough because a lot of the men are just super explosive. And women don't have the same explosion. Oh, great defense by the Liberty. Almost get the steal. Aerial Powers, foul line jump shot, misses. Jonquel another rebound. You can compare like skill sets, like shooting wise, but even still, it's hard to do that. Dojkic over to Sabrina. Sabrina over to Kayla Thornton for 3. Kayla Thornton knocks down the 3. Kayla Thornton went crazy yesterday from 3. And she knocks down another one here. 22-13 New York. Canada drives and draws a foul on Kayla Thornton. So Jordan Canada attacks the basket. Kayla Thornton gets in her way, and Jordan Canada will go to the line for free throws. Absolutely right, bro. They don't have the explosion, so they have to. You really have to use skill to beat their player. Canada misses the free throw. Tudo says JJ passing yesterday was crazy on the Twitch. Yeah, I did see the highlight. She was throwing some wild passes. Hopefully, I wish Phoebe would have hit a few of those open threes, but it is what it is. Canada gets on the board. She finally hits a free throw, and those are her first. That's her first point as an Atlanta Dream player. Kennedy Burke over to Dojkic, over to Sabrina. Sabrina pulls up for the left wing three, misses. Rebound, Phoebe. Phoebe attacks the basket, goes up with the left, and Leo scores with the left. Good stuff by Leo, and the Liberty up 10, 24-14. Jordan Canada up the court. Middle of the floor. Hesitation dribble, floater. Her touch is a little off. You can tell she hasn't played, and she misses completely. Rebound, Kennedy Burke. Bad outlet pass and turnover by the Liberty. Nia Coffey on the break. Nia Coffey attacks, throws up the layup, and scores. So Liberty giving up turnovers and giving up the line drive to the basket. The ball is the most important thing. You have to stop the ball. Don't worry about the corners. But Jonquel shoots a top of the key three. Jonquel Jones answers right back with the three. It's 27-16, under a minute to go here. Haley Jones brings the ball up the court. Crossover, attacks Leo, tries to go body her. Turnaround jump shot, bounces around, rebound, Jonquel. Another one. Sabrina with the ball. Left side, gets the screen from Dojkic. Attacks Canada again, goes up. Double hang and scores. Sabrina being ultra aggressive. 29-16. I'm glad she's not settling for threes. I am glad she's not settling for threes. 30 seconds to go here. 30 seconds to go. Canada comes off the screen, goes behind the back, gets into the paint, drops it off to Tina Charles, who scores. It's 29-18. Liberty, it's probably a half a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Liberty will play for one shot here. Tudo got you. Sabrina picks up the ball. She's playing around with it in the backcourt. She almost got ripped again. Sabrina comes off the screen. Over to Jonquel with 4 seconds. Jonquel goes behind the back, drops it down, and goes out of bounds. I thought Jonquel was gonna shoot that, but she doesn't. It's a second left on the clock, guys. 1 second left on the clock here. 1 second left on the clock. Ball comes in, and that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the first quarter, Liberty up 29-18. What's up, Jim? Salute. Liberty up 29-18 at the end of the first quarter. They're on the second night of a back-to-back. They played yesterday in New York, playing today here in Atlanta, and it doesn't seem like it's affected them too much. 29-18 New York at the end of the first. All right, let me get stuff ready for the second, and then we can take a look at the other teams. Elijah said the first woman come you might see to a male player, Juju. She trains with KD and Book. We'll have to see in 3 years how she pans out. Yeah. Elijah, 6'2" freshman. She's moving completely different than all the other girls out there. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, Juju was different to say the least. She was different. All right, so looking at these other games, Dallas up 34-25, a much different outcome than the other day. Looking at the box score here, we got Natasha Howard has 16 points already. Steph Dolson with 5. We got Mo Billings with 6 rebounds. Steph Dolson with 2. Sevgi with 3 assists, and Ariel Atkins with 4 assists so far. This other game between the Sun and the Storm, a very low scoring first quarter, 14-8, very low scoring. You have Alyssa Thomas with 8 points and 6 rebounds already. You have Mercedes Russell leading the way with 3 rebounds. Skylar Diggins-Smith with an assist. The Storm not doing too hot. Diggins with 2. Whitcomb with 2. Yeah, the Storm don't look too good. I don't know what's going on with the Storm. Yeah, everybody got 2 points. Nobody has more than 2. Alyssa Thomas being aggressive has 8. All right. We're in between the first and second quarters right now. Jim says Sun are the only team that clamped down on defense. Yeah, they just got the Aces beat them pretty bad last game, but I had a feeling they would come back this game and look to get some exercise, some revenge, or get back after that loss, and they're doing so far. I did say they would probably they were a favorite. They're the underdog on the spreads, but I thought they would win that game. All right, we're coming back to the second quarter. Marquisha Davis coming into the game for Kennedy Burke. So it was good to see the rookie in these circumstances getting some minutes. But Sabrina was on fire in that first quarter. I think she finished with 12 points. Yep, she finished with 12 points and 4 assists. Ball and play with the Dream. Haley Jones over to Nia Coffey. Crystal Dangerfield, ex-Liberty player, also in the game as well. Alicia Gray over to Nia Coffey, who attacks, goes up, misses, rebound by Jonquel. Jonquel beasting on the boards tonight. Stewie with the ball. Stewie gets the screen from Leo. Over to Leo. Leo comes off a screen. Another screen from Jonquel down to Brianna Stewart, right side of the paint. Fall away jump shot and gets fouled by Haley Jones. Tudor says Seattle has a -168 on FanDuel. Yeah, but I was gonna go with the Sun if I was gonna do that. So Stewie at the line for free throws. She's averaging 19.9 points a game, 8.6 rebounds. She's in the threes and assist. Stewie knocks down the first free throw. Stewie up to 6 points so far. And she hits the second. So Brianna Stewart up to 7 points. 31-18. Ball in play. So the lineup on the floor is Dojkic, Davis, Fibich, Jones, and Stewart for the Liberty. Ariel, I keep calling her Ariel. Alicia Gray for 3. Long rebound by Leo. Leo on the break, right side of the floor. Over to Stewie. Stewie wants her to post up Crystal Dangerfield. They get it down to her. She goes corner to Marquisha, who goes over to Dojkic. Over to Jonquel. Jonquel over to Leo. Leo falls down on the floor, goes out of bounds, and it's dream ball. Ball was moving a little bit too quick. Jonquel Jones fired that ball in there a little too fast, and a turnover by the Liberty. Ball and play with the Dream. Liberty, a couple turnovers in this game. I think they have about 6 so far. Jones, Alicia Gray down to Haley Jones, out to Crystal Dangerfield. Nia Coffey, pump fake. Out to Alicia Gray, out to Crystal Dangerfield for 3, and she buries it. Great ball movement by the Dream. Pass, driving kicks, leads to a wide open 3 from Dangerfield. 10-point game, 31-21. Jonquel with the ball, top of the key. Handoff to Marquisha. Marquisha takes the screen from JJ. She attacks the basket, goes up, gets fouled. Marquisha Davis, and 1. Marquisha scores. The rookie getting minutes here with all the injuries. Attacks Crystal Dangerfield, gets bumped, throws it off the glass, and scores. You love to see it. Rookie with her second field goal of her WNBA career. At the line to complete the 3-point play. Oh, she misses and rebound to the Dream. Haley Jones with the ball. Over to Dangerfield. Dangerfield with the ball. Somebody's open. The Liberty find them. Alicia Gray with the ball. Over to Dangerfield. Liberty in a zone here, it looks like. Oh, Stewie sniffed that pass out, and she gets the steal. Breanna Stewart over to Phoebich. Over to Marquisha. Marquisha, fall away jump shot, and scores again. Marquisha, instant offense, up to 4 points in 1 minute of play. 35-21. Timeout Dream. You love to see it. The rookie getting some shine here. Gets that she's a mid-range assassin. Gets to the mid-range and scores both times as the Dream call a timeout. Oh, you love to see it. The rookie, Marquisha Davis out of Ole Miss. 11th pick in the draft for the Liberty. Getting extended minutes here due to injuries. And the Liberty are putting belt to behind right now. 35-21. Outscoring them 6-3 so far in the second quarter. Marquisha Davis has 4 of the points. I'm gonna have to tweet about that. Marquisha, go to work. She trying to get some minutes. She's like, I'm tired of sitting on the bench. I respect it. So we're at a timeout for the Dream. They're not. I thought they would come up with more energy. Well, at least have more energy than the Liberty. But Marquisha and the Liberty, them charter flights came in handy. I guess they didn't have to sleep in the airport, and they look pretty well rested. Looking at these other games, Dallas looks like they're taking off on Washington, 37-29. Connecticut taking off on Seattle, 22-13. There's another game starting at 4 p.m. So in another half hour on ESPN, Fever at Sky. Third matchup of the season. First matchup in Chicago. They played both the earlier games in Indianapolis. These last 2 games will be in Chicago. Indiana is 7-10. Chicago is 5-9. The Fever are on a 4-game winning streak. So they're trying to creep up past Atlanta here. Atlanta is 6-8. I don't think percentage wise they would jump up if they win today. 8-10 versus 6-9. I'm not sure what the math is on that, but they could potentially move up a spot depending how things shake out. All right, we're coming back to the broadcast here. The Dream had called a timeout. Marquisha Davis came in off the bench, immediately scored, got fouled. She did miss the free throw, but next possession got the ball, attacked on the left-hand side of the floor, went baseline, pulled up for the midi, cashed. They're highlighting Jonquel Jones right now, Jonquel. She's been beasting on the boards, already up to 7 rebounds for Jonquel in this game. Reached 2,000 rebounds and 250 three-point field goals in 240 games. Fastest in WNBA history by 14 games. The legend Lauren Jackson from Australia had the record before. Ghost says, is Ryan still out? Yeah, she's not. No timetable for Ryan's return. Turned her ankle pretty bad on Wednesday. So she is out. Just killing my fantasy team. And I can't drop her. She's undroppable right now. Dangerfield over to Alicia Gray. Out to Haley Jones for 3. She's not a 3-point shooter, and she misses. Tina Charles, long rebound. Oh, Nia Coffey, wide open. Liberty get missed up in the defensive matchups, and they scores. 35-23. Ivana Dojkic with the ball. Dojkic over to Stewie. Stewie over to Phoebich. Phoebich over to Dojkic. Dojkic attacks, pulls up for a mid-ranger, and scores. Ivana Dojkic scores. 37-23. Go says Liberty going to crush Atlanta. Well, let's hope so. Let us hope so. Nia Coffey over to Gray. Dangerfield down to Tina Charles. Picks up her dribble. Corner to Coffey. Coffey. 3 misses. And Phoebich. Oh, Tina Charles gets the rebound. Mid-range jump shot and scores. Liberty have to secure the defensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds for the Dream leading to buckets. Dojkic attacks, gets fouled in transition, fouled by Alicia Gray. So it's 37-25 New York. Tudo says New York losses this season for the most part is when JJ gets into foul trouble. Yeah, she's been doing a much better job of it. Even though she fouled out one of the first LA game, the game was pretty much in hand at that point. So Dojkic at the line for free throws. She knocks down the first. Ivana Dojkic, first year with the Liberty. Played with Seattle a bit last year, then asked to be released midway through the season to get ready for EuroLeague because she knew Seattle wasn't doing nothing. Ivana Dojkic hits the second. And it's 39-25, Dream with the ball. 39-25. Crystal Dangerfield over the... they get messed up in matchups again, but they don't make them pay. Alicia Gray over to Cheyenne Parker-Tyus at the foul line. Down to Tina Charles. She goes up with the hook shot and scores. Tina Charles sealed Brianna Stewart under the basket. It was an easy hook shot for the basket. 39-27 so far in the second quarter. Stewie over to Feebich. Feebich over to JJ. Feebich with the ball. Over to Marquisha in the corner. Marquisha goes behind the back, but Feebich gets it. Marquisha down to JJ in the post. JJ body Cheyenne Parker-Tyus and scores easily. 41-27. Cheyenne Parker-Tyus transition three off the front rim. JJ another rebound. Oh, out to Marquisha on the break. Marquisha with the left and scores. Marquisha up to 6 points here in the second quarter. Out in transition. Marquisha putting in work here. Her career high so far. Entry pass from Haley Jones to Tina Charles goes out of bounds and a turnover by the Dream. So substitutions happening here. Ariel Powers into the game for Crystal Dangerfield. Sabrina comes into the game for Leonie Feebich. And ball and bounce to the Liberty. Marquisha on a heater right now. She's getting an extra run here due to her production. Sabrina over to Stewie. Stewie with the ball. Stewie attacks. Oh, out to Sabrina. Sabrina pump fakes over to Jonquel. Foul line extended here. Step back jump shot. Marquisha saves it from going out of bounds. Marquisha with the ball. Shoots a three. Oh, she banks it in. Marquisha Davis banks in was that a three? Oh, it was a two. Marquisha Davis banks into two from the corner. And when it's your night, it's your night. Marquisha Davis up to 8 points. Liberty with the steal. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina, left side of the floor. I would go back to her. Sabrina over to JJ on the run. Oh, no defense help. And JJ with the right-hand layup. Nobody in the paint to stop. Liberty up 20 points here. 47-27. Liberty's second quarter woes, at least for this game, seem to be out the door. But as I say that, Alicia Gray goes up with the left hand off the curl and scores. 47-29. Jim says Marquisha is a ground. Yeah, it's like when it's your night, it's your night. Let her keep going. Keep feeding her right now. And Coach Rondello calls a timeout. I like that. The teams didn't look pretty organized. The team didn't look pretty organized on that play. Might as well use the timeout at this point. It's one of those use it or lose it. And the Liberty called a timeout here. 47-29. Marquisha Davis getting extended minutes here. Up to 8 points. 4 of 4 shooting. She just hit a bank shot from the right wing, hit off the glass and scores. That is right in front of the Liberty bench. I'm happy for the young lady getting minutes. She's trying to get in the rotation here. It's going to be tough when everybody comes back, but at least Coach Brondello knows when you have someone like her who can step in as a rookie, it bodes well. Elijah says this going to be over before the third quarter. I hope so. I don't want any stress on this Sunday. Looking at the other games. Oh, the Wings have almost given up the lead here. The lead is now 41-37 here. 41-37. Who is putting in work? It's everybody who's coming in the game for the Mystics has scored. Literally everybody has scored at least 2 points, which is a balanced effort from them. Very balanced effort. Who's leading them? Seth Dolson with 8 points. She had a double-double against them yesterday. She has up to 8 points and 2 rebounds. So shout out Stephanie Dolson. Ex-Liberty player at that. Natasha Howard has 16. Agumba Wale has 11. Tierra McCowan is so bad. So bad. I should have bet the unders on her like I was going to. I didn't even touch any of her props today. So the Storm are coming back here. 28-20. 28-20 so far. Jim says, sign of a good team when people like Marquisha in the stable. Exactly. And she's going to be with the Liberty for a long time. Elijah says, Sun and Storm look like a snooze fest. They look like they put up a bunch of bricks. Yeah, 28-24. And the second quarter is almost over. Let me look at the percentages here for both teams. The Sun are shooting 48%. They're 13 for 27. Oh, the Storm are shooting 10 for 33 as a team. Both teams have about 6 turnovers each. Probably a slow-paced game over there. Let me look at the fouls. 4 fouls for the Sun, 6 fouls for the Storm. Yeah, pretty slow pace over there. Marquisha Davis, man, they're coming back to the broadcast now. Marquisha Davis has not missed a shot, 4 for 4. She's giving you layups. She's giving you mid-range jump shots. She's showing you how she attacks in transition. Ball and play with the Liberty. Rebound to Brianna Stewart. They get the offensive rebound. Stewie with the ball. Fouled by Tina Charles there. S 9 points in 6 minutes. Did they give her another point? Oh, they actually say that was a 3 for Marquisha Davis. So she did bank in the 3 when I said she banked it in. Rebound to the Liberty. Sabrina with the rebound. Long rebound. Sabrina down to Stewie, and the ball gets away from her. Turnover, Liberty. So Marquisha up to 9 points. Excuse me, guys. 9 points for her. She actually did hit that 3 that I called earlier. Naz Hillman brings it up the court. So it's Hillman, Powers, Haley Jones, Alicia Gray, Tina Charles. Tina Charles with the miss, and ball goes out of bounds off the Liberty. So Dream ball to inbound under their basket. Haley Jones finds area Powers out to Tina Charles. Foul line jump shot. She's been hitting that all her career. Knocks down the open foul line jump shot. 48-31. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina attacks, finds Kennedy Burke. Kennedy Burke shoots the foul line jump shot, and she buries it. Kennedy Burke knocks down the foul line jump shot. And it's 50-31, New York. Alicia Gray off the screen, hand off to Aerial Power. She pulls up her oh, she doesn't. She pump fakes. Haley Jones down to Tina Charles. They send a double at her. Haley Jones on the cut. Marquisha with the block. Tina Charles wide open, throws up the basket and scores. So another offensive rebound to the Dream, and they make the Liberty pay here. 50-33. Sabrina goes floater. Sabrina gets to the paint, hits the floater. It's going back and forth here on the offensive end. 52-33. Haley Jones over to Naz Hillman. Bad pass. Marquisha with a steal. She's doing it all. Marquisha out to Stewie. Stewie attacks, goes up, misses, and they call a offensive foul. Dang, I thought Stewie should have dropped that off to Sabrina. But she gets an offensive foul. So it's 52-33. Ball and play with the Dream here. Alicia Gray comes off the screen. Left-hand side. Over to Haley Jones. Right-hand side. They post Tina Charles right. She one leg fall away. KD style banks it in and scores. She did the one leg fall away a la Dirk like banks it in off the right-hand side. and going to the line for one more. So Tina Charles cooking up to 16 points for Tina in this first half. Last game she played against the Liberty, I think she had about 4 or 6 points. She tends to do better on the second go arounds, at least this season. And she's already up to 16 here. And hits the free throw for 17. So it's 52-36 New York. Let's see if New York can close this quarter on a run here. Kennedy Burke with the ball. Handoff to Phoebage. Marquisha Davis gets a break. Hell of a second quarter from Marquisha. Stuff in the stat sheet. Sabrina down to Jonquel. Jonquel goes up. Easy money and scores. 54-36. Haley Jones brings the ball up court. Over corner to Ariel. I keep calling her Ariel. Alicia Gray. Oh, Tina Charles had to find her. That might be a backcourt. And it goes out of bounds off of the Dream. Tina Charles tried to find Gray cutting to the basket. The pass evaded her and went straight out of bounds at half court. Gray has to do more for the Dream to have a chance. You're right, Jim. I don't know if I acknowledged that comment. My apologies. Liberty to inbound. Sabrina with the ball, having a hell of a game so far. Sabrina goes behind the back, comes up the screen from Jonquel, picks up her dribble, goes corner to Kennedy Burke. Kennedy Burke looking for Jonquel. She attacks, goes baseline, reverse layup. Kennedy Burke scores on the reverse layup, comes from the left corner, goes baseline, reverse layup. Haley Jones spin move, throws up the jump shot, and scores. Haley Jones goes coast to coast, spins in the paint, and scores on Phoebage. 56-38. About a minute to go here in the second quarter. It's been back and forth in terms of the team scoring, but the Liberty behind Marquisha Davis has a 18-point lead. Sabrina shoots the three, misses. Rebound, Tina Charles. Tina over to Haley Jones. Haley Jones gets into the paint. Over to Alicia Gray. She steps out of bounds on right in front of the Dream bench in that left corner. So 56-38, probably about 2 more possessions here for the Liberty if they want it. Sabrina over to Phoebage, right side of the floor, over to JJ. JJ with the ball top of the key, hand off to Sabrina. Sabrina, 3. Sabrina Ionescu knocks down the 3. Sabrina going for another 30-piece. I guess we'll see. 59-38, Liberty up 21 here. Gray out to Hillman. Hillman down to Tina Charles. She's been the light for them so far. Tina Charles, fall away jump shot, tries to go glass. Naz Hillman tips it out of bounds, and it goes back to New York. They have 19 seconds on the clock here. New York will most likely settle for 1 possession. Ball in play here. Ball in play with the Liberty. Sabrina walks it up across half court. 10 seconds to go here. Sabrina attacks. Pulls back out. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Sabrina over to JJ. JJ over to Sabrina. Sabrina deep 3 at the buzzer. Oh, Sabrina! Sabrina knocks down the 3. And that's how the quarter ends, people. At halftime, excuse me. 62-38. What tiredness. What about the back-to-back? New York putting belt to behind here on the Dream down in the ATL. Sabrina Ionescu, 20 points in the first half for her. Finishes off, puts the cherry on top at the buzzer, knocks down a deep logo 3. Man, what a half for the Liberty. What a half. The Dream, I don't know about them. Dream get outscored 33-20 in that second quarter. Putting belt to behind here in Atlanta. All right, so that's halftime, y'all. That is halftime. I'm going to take a look at the box score. We'll take a look at the box score, and then we can move from there. Wow, people. Wow. We've seen a lot of good things so far from the Liberty. Granted, this Atlanta Dream team is not the greatest competition, but listen, we can only play who is on the schedule. Salute to everybody on the stream. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be keeping track of all the games on the W slate this afternoon. 3 of them, including this one in progress. 1 starts in the next 9 minutes. Jim says, if the Liberty avoid the third quarter slump, they're going over 100. I really hope so, my friend. I hope so. Give me a second as I get this box score up for us. I'm so happy with what the Liberty have done so far in this game. They're putting belt to behind here. All right. Come on, give me the box score. They're giving me the game cast. You know, ESPN with all these ads taking forever to load. All right, cool. So let's go live here for the people. Nah, Jim said, are the Liberty far enough ahead so you can move to the Fever game? I don't have any graphics ready for that Fever game, to be honest with you. I have no graphics for that game prepared. All right, hopefully you guys can see that. Liberty up 62-38 in the first half. Outscored them 29-18 in the first. Outscored them 33-20 in the second. Let's take a look at the Liberty. Kayla Thornton knocks down a 3, up to 5 points. She does have 2 fouls, but 2 rebounds for her. Stewie with 7 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Got Jonquel with 11 and 8. She's on double-double watch again with 4 assists as well. You have Leo with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. So she's doing it on every aspect of the game. And Sabrina leading the way, 20 points. She did have 3 turnovers in that first quarter. Finished with 4 at the half, but does have 7 assists, 3 of 7 from 3 as well for her. Kennedy Burke, 4 points. She's been struggling offensively the last couple games. Glad to see her get on the board here. Marquisha Davis, the star of that second quarter, 9 points, 4-4 shooting, banks in a 3 from the right wing. Only blemish is the missed free throw. That would have gave her 10 in the quarter, but we'll give her a pass there. She does have a steal and a block as well. Ivana Dojkic comes off the bench with 4 points. So everybody who's gotten the game for the Liberty has scored, which is a good sign. Shooting 71% from the field, the Liberty are. 50% from 3, 85% from the line. 16 assists as a team, 18 rebounds, 3 steals, 3 blocks. You would like them to cut down on the turnovers. 8 turnovers. The Dream. Nia Coffey with 6 points. Tina Charles with 17 and 5. Ariel Powers with none. Gray with 2. And Haley Jones with 3. Parker Tice with 4 off the bench. Hillman with 2. Canada with 1. Dangerfield with 3. Ariel Powers the only person who has not scored. Jim said they got to feed Marquisha raw meat. Yeah, they really got to keep feeding her, to be completely honest with you. Hopefully, she can get more minutes in this second half. Because if she could produce 9 points in 6 minutes, granted it's the Dream, but give her some more minutes. Let's take a look at the team stats side by side here. 71% from the field for the Liberty, 42% for the Dream from the field. Liberty shooting 50% from 3. The Dream are shooting 14%. Rebounds, the Liberty are winning that battle 18-13. Assists, the Liberty are winning that battle 16-13. The Dream are winning the steals battle 4-3. The Liberty are winning the blocks battle 3-1. Liberty are losing the turnover battle 8-7. Liberty have conceded 10 points off of their 8 turnovers. The Dream have conceded 15 points off of their 7 turnovers. Dream are leading the fast break points 5-4. Points in the paint, Liberty are surprisingly winning 30-22. And the largest lead has been 24 for the New York Liberty. All right, in the meantime, let's take a look at these other games that are going on at the moment. Dallas at Washington. Let's take a look at the box score for this game. Jim says going to the Fever game. Salute. I'll be keeping an eye on that as well. So Arike Egumbawale with 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists so far for the Wings. Give me the box score. Give me the game cast. It'll take it forever to load here. There we go. Yeah. So, um, Natasha Howard with 20 points and 4 rebounds at halftime. Salute to her. Tiara McCowan with 0 and 0. Agumba Wale with 15, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. You got JC Sheldon with 3 points, Sevgi with 5 points. And then you have Mo Billings with 7 and 8 off the bench. Much better showing this game for her. I guess they benched Tiara McCowan. Morgan Birch on the hardship contract with 1, Kalani and Lou Lopez with 0 apiece. For the Mystics, you have Hines Allen with 5, Steph Dolson with 8 and 4, Van Loo with 7, Carly with 7 and 3 rebounds, 3 assists, Atkins with 4 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Ariel Atkins, she's on my fantasy team. I might have to. She's so inconsistent, man. One game she'll give you 27, next game she'll give you single digits. It's baffling to me. Emily Enksler had a hell of a game last game against the Wings. She's up to 8 points off the bench, 2 for 2 from 3. Walker Kimbrough with 3. Dee Richards, ex-Celebrity player, with 2. Jade Melbourne, the Australian, with 2. It's funny, Jade Melbourne was over here killing the Liberty when she played us, probably to impress Sandy Brondello, who's the Australian national team head coach. Probably trying to get some minutes there or make the team. But against everybody else, she hasn't been the same scoring threat that she was against us, which is hilarious. All right, so that's 51-46. Dallas up by 5 there at the half. And now the last game that's going on at the moment, last game that is happening, we got the Sun and the Storm. Wait for these box scores to load here. So we have Dewana Bonner still continuing to struggle. She sucked last game against the Aces. Took money out of my pocket. 0 points, but does have 8 rebounds. Alyssa Thomas, 8 points, 9 rebounds. She's on double watch already. Does have 3 assists to go with it. Bree Jones with 8 points and 2 rebounds. You have Ty Harris with 5 points. And you have Dejanay Carrington with a goose egg here so far. That's concerning. She does have 2 rebounds. Nelson Adota with 2, Bannon with 2, and Tiffany Mitchell, that is, with 6. Veronica Burton, ex-Wings player, with 0. They're shooting 35% from the field, 0% from 3. That is super concerning. And 45% from the line, that's terrible. That's why they're not in the lead anymore. They fell apart there in that second quarter. They got outscored 26-17 in that second quarter. Remember, that was a 14-8 game at one point in the first. That is interesting. For the Storm, Nneka Ogwumike with 4 points and 3 rebounds. Ezzy Magbagor with 6 points, 4 rebounds. You have Diggin Smith with 4 points and 4 assists. You have Jewel Lloyd with 11. She hasn't hit a 3 yet, but she's doing much better compared to that 1-point game she had against the Aces the other day. And Jordan Horston with none. She got the start today instead of Vivian's. Joyner Holmes with no points. Mercedes Russell with 4 and 4. Whitcomb with 2. And Vivian's off the bench with 3. They're shooting not that much better from 3. 1 for 9 from 3. 11%. 37% from the field. Let me see what the they're being out rebounded, the Storm are 25-21, but they are out assisting the Sun 10-8. The turnover battle is equal at 6 apiece. So the Storm take the lead after it looked like they were about to get run out of the gym. So those are the 3 games that are going on right now, people. Those are the 3 games that are going on right now. This Fever game is about to start on ESPN. It is 4 p.m. here on the East Coast. Sigmund says Atlanta not big on defense. They are absolutely not. Absolutely not big on defense. And they don't have enough of the scoring with Ryan Howard out to keep up with the better scoring teams in this league. Alicia Gray not having a good game. 1 for 5, 2 points. They're not going to get it done. Not going to get it done. As you're supposed to be the leader, you can't be out here giving them 2 points. Like, what are we talking about? Alrighty, so we're still at halftime. People still at halftime. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in here. I will be keeping us abreast of all the games that are happening. All the games that are happening, I will be keeping us up to date on, because I do want to keep a look at what else is going on around the league. We'll probably be able to catch the second half of the Fever Chicago game after I get over. By the time this game is over, it should be halftime over there, and then we can all head over to ESPN and watch the rest of it. Hopefully that one lives up to the billing. They've been hyping it up a lot, so hopefully it lives up to the billing. All right, so we're looking good so far. Looking good so far, people. Let me pull up the ESPN here on the tablet down here so I can keep an eye on that and give us up to date stats on that game. I won't be super paying attention to it, of course, once the Liberty game comes back on. But until then, I will supply some information here. Need to watch and ESPN. If I could put the game on the stream, I would, people, but you know, copyright and all that type of stuff. I have been looking into a way to provide that service, but until I find out a way that I could do it without causing any issues on my end, then we'll just have to stick with the watch-alongs. But I appreciate all the support on the watch-alongs. You know, some people, a lot of people, I shouldn't say some, a lot of people like this type of format. Basically advanced radio. You got some graphics on the screen and all that. So I'm glad you guys are all enjoying the content. Let me get that loaded. Let me load this. Okay, and let's go back to the single cam here. Let's get the game leaders up now that we're at halftime. They should be all loaded up and ready to go. Liberty are feasting in the paint. Liberty are feasting in the paint. All right, so hopefully you guys can all see that. Hope you guys can all see that. So we're about to start the third. I'm over here chatting away. There we go. So third quarter about to start. 30 of the 62 points for the Liberty have been in the paint. That's a good ratio right there. Almost half. Almost half. So all these games, all these 3 p.m. games are about to resume. Liz, salute. Appreciate you. I'll always see Liz here in the chat. Appreciate the support. All right, now this thing wants to do 2-factor verification. Doing too much right now. I just saw your comment, bro. I just saw your text, bro. I'm weak, bro. All right. So the players are getting ready to start back this third quarter between the Liberty and the Dream here. And let's focus back here for the third quarter. Should be starting lineups back for both teams. Liberty, Dream start the second half with the ball, and we are off. Starters for both teams on the floor. Yes. Nia Coffey over to Aerial Powers. Powers over to Gray. Gray finds Tina Charles, foul line, handoff to Gray. Gray, foul line, jump shot. That's her spot. She knocks it down. Alicia Gray on the board again. 4 points for Alicia. John Quell over to KT. KT over to Sab. Sab left side looking for JJ. Back. Oh, ball almost gets tipped away. Sab still has it. Gets the screen from JJ. Hits her on the roll. JJ rolls to the basket. Goes up and scores. Jonquel Jones. Her and Sabrina have this nice rapport going. And she gets to the pass and scores. Haley Jones in the paint goes up on Phoebich and misses. Rebound by Stewie. Great defense by Phoebich there. Stewie with the ball. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina, left wing three. Sabrina continues where she left off. Bow! Knocks down the three. 67-40. Liberty trying to put Belta behind. Try to end off this game here in the third so far. Nia Coffey with the ball. Hand off to Aerial Powers. Aerial Powers gets to her left hand. Pulls up for the jump shot. Misses. And the Liberty players fighting over the rebound. And they 2-3 of them tip it out of bounds here. Hey, we got a super chat. Shout out Janelle. Liberty win. I hope so, girl. I hope so. Ball back and play with the Dream after the Liberty turnover there on the rebound. Liberty get the steal either way. Liberty on the run and get Sabrina had Phoebich under the basket, but KT pulls up for the top of the key threes. Kayla Thornton, she's been knocking down these threes left and right, knocks down the three. Liberty up 70-40. Liberty up 70-40. Tina Charles, long two, misses. Rebound by Stewie. Sabrina down to JJ and she gets fouled by Tina Charles. Liberty up 30 here in the third quarter. Sabrina third all time in Liberty assists behind Vicky Johnson and Teresa Weatherspoon. Teresa has 1,300 assists, 1,306 assists for Teaspoon. Sabrina's at 737, I think it said. She has 8 tonight. Sabrina goes behind the back, rescreen. He goes over to Stewie for the three. Oh, Brianna Stewart knocks down a three. And the Liberty, the threes are starting to fall here. 73-40. This is spectacular here on the second night of a back-to-back. Hopefully this can carry over to Tuesday against Minnesota. Alicia Gray with the ball. Alicia Gray crossover, gets to her left hand, gets into the paint, goes up. Jonquel gets a piece of it. She gets her own rebound and foul. Foul on Leonie Phoebich. Beulah, salute. How you doing, girl? Hope all is well. Foul on, I think they called it on Jonquel there. No, they called it on Leo. I was right. 73-40, Dream Ball, sideline out of bounds. It's super quiet here in Atlanta. It's very quiet. Alicia Gray off the curl, gets to the left hand, and scores. Alicia Gray trying to do her best to carry this team here, make the lead a little bit, make the deficit a little bit more respectable. Haley Jones fouls Sabrina, smacking her all in the back of her head. And Sabrina will go to the line for free throws. Elijah said, this one's over. Don't empty the... Right. They knock down all these threes here, and then Tuesday come, and they can't throw a rock in the ocean. Sabrina with 23 and 9 on double-double watch here for Sabrina, and we're not even in the fourth quarter yet. Sabrina knocks down the first. Jordan Canada is in the game. Jordan Canada is in the game for Aerial Powers. And she knocks down the second. So it's 75-42. Both, it's like all of them are wearing like this headband thing. That's hard for me to differentiate sometimes between the Dream players. Coffee over to Gray. Gray out to Coffee. Coffee attacks out to Gray again. Gray pump fakes, jab step over to Tina Charles. Hand off to Gray. Gray attacks, throws it up, misses, rebound. Alicia Gray wants a foul. Stewie over to Jonquel. Jonquel over to Sabrina. Over to KT. KT right in front of the Atlanta bench for three. Oh, back rims it. And rebound by Jordan Canada. Canada with the ball. Finds Tina Charles on the roll. Drops it off to Haley Jones. Miss. Oh, she smokes the layup. Stewie with another rebound. Sabrina cross court to Leo. Lay over to KT. KT to JJ. JJ for three. Top of the key. Oh, halfway down and out. Rebound. Canada. Liberty falling in love with the three here. But Canada gets it wide open to the basket, throws up the layup, and scores. Miscommunication there on the defense. And Canada gets a wide open layup. 75-44. Tudo says, what New York got to do to pass the Suns if Seattle wins? I have to look at the what you call it there. At the standings there. It's probably going to be percentage points. Sabrina, step back for three, misses. Yeah, the Liberty starting to fall in love with the three here. I guess you could do that when you're ahead like this, but you don't want it to become a habit here. Jordan Canada with the ball. Jordan Canada, hesitation dribble over to Alicia Gray for three, and she misses badly. Rebound, Tina Charles. She goes for the glass and scores. Tina Charles scores off the glass. Oh, I added it to the wrong team, people. It's 75-46. 75-46. There we go. Stewie drops to the basket, throws it up, and misses. And rebound by the Dream. Haley Jones with the ball. Haley Jones over to Coffee. Coffee with the ball. Down to Tina Charles, and they call a foul on Stewie. Let's get these substitutions in here. So it's a 29-point game right now. 29-point game. Let me take a look at those standings right quick, my boy, so we could I could answer your question. Dorkic into the game here. Who went? Phoebich to the bench. Kennedy Burke into the game as well. Stewie to the bench. Haley Jones in the paint over to Naz Hillman. Nia Coffee for corner three, and she buries it. So the Dream trying to make a little bit of a run here. Dream trying to make a run here. But the Liberty are up 75-49. Ball over to Kayla Thornton. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina attacks. Pump fakes, finds Stewie in the paint. Stewie, double clutch on the jump shot, knocks it down. Says calmate. As the Liberty up 77-49. The Liberty would move into first place if results hold here. Tina Charles pump fake goes up. Oh, she overshoots it, and Stewie with the rebound. So if New York wins and Connecticut loses, Kennedy Burke for three, and she misses. Liberty just chucking threes right now. 77-49. Canada over to Coffee. Oh, sorry, that was Haley Jones. They both have this like puff here. Naz Hillman scores at the basket. Liberty call a timeout. Defensive rotations. Very relaxed here for the Liberty. And it's 77-51. 77-51. New York calls a timeout. They're just giving up basket after basket to the Dream right now. So Sandy rightfully calls a timeout even though they're up by a fortune. So the New York is still outscoring them 15-13 here in the third quarter, but they got the lead up as much as 30-31. Lead is sort of dwindled down a bit. About 26 right now. Looking at these other scores, we got Indiana up 13-10 here. 13-10 over the Sky. I do have it here on the iPad. I told you I wasn't even going to be really looking at it, but it is playing here. I should actually just put the box score back up so I can see, or I can minimize this. Dallas up 55-53 here. Dallas is up 55-53 on the Mystics. Mystics have made this a game. And Connecticut is down 1 to Seattle. So Mo Billings is starting the second half ahead of Tierra McCowan. Tierra McCowan, I knew it. Tierra McCowan not having a good rapport with the coaching staff there in Dallas. Very, they usually take her out when she starts like pouting and fussing and stuff. And then it compounds on itself. Tudo says, if Shy lose to Indy, you think Clark would be Angel's head? According to the media, Clark owns Angel. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, you could say a regular season win. It's a regular season win, you know. Um, I don't think she'll be in anybody's head. It's not like they play the same position, you know. So it's not like, oh, she got the better of me. I'm like, her team beat my team. It's not like Angel's out there guarding Caitlyn and Caitlyn's like bodying her. I do want to take a look at the game cast for this. It's regular season wins, my friend. Only if they meet in the playoffs with something else with stakes on the line, then you can be like, oh, she got the better of um she got the better of us. Just like Angel's team in college beat Caitlyn's team in college. I know they billed it as Angel versus Caitlyn, and rightfully so, but realistically, they're not guarding each other on the floor. Ball in play with the Liberty. Dojkic, Stewie, Sabrina, Kennedy Burke, and Kayla Thornton. Dojkic with the ball, 8 seconds. Dojkic comes off the screen. They call a 3 in the key on the Atlanta Dream, so a free throw for the Liberty here. Steph Dolson, there you go, Steph Dolson up to 11 points to lead the Mystics, and Natasha Howard with 20. Liberty lead the league in points per game, averaging 87.6 points per game as Sabrina Ionescu hits the technical free throw. Yeah, they, like Elijah said, they have both teams. Chicago has no shot. Unless something, excuse me, drastic happens, they don't have a shot at the playoffs. Ball in play. Stewie over to Sabrina. Sabrina on the baseline over to Kennedy Burke. Right wing 3, that's off. I seen it. Rebound, Naz Hellman. Sky and Fever will be at the crib watching. Fever right now hanging on to that 8th seed right now. So they might get in. The Sky, I don't see it unless something catastrophic happens. Jordan Canada. I guess the roof is open in the arena. Missed the whole rim completely. And Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina guarded by Parker Tice. Drives by her. Over the shoulder pass to Stewie in the corner. Can she hit it? She misses. Rebound, Parker Tice. 78-51 here. It looks like Marquisha and Febich about to check back in at the next dead ball. Haley Jones over to Jordan Canada, left side of the floor. Jordan Canada goes right, looking for Parker Tice. Good rotation by the Liberty. Parker Tice drives and scores. So it's 78-53. Dream trying to chisel their way back to make this a respectable game. Liberty look a little like they're going through the motions here. Dojkic with the ball. Dojkic corner to Burke. Finds Stewie on the cut. I don't think I've ever seen this lineup play together before. Dojkic gets fouled on the jumper by Haley Jones, and Dojkic back to the line for free throws. The Mystics have taken the lead over the Wings, 58-57 here. Caitlyn has 7 points from what I just quickly saw as I glanced down. Beulah says, will Courtney Vandersloot play in the Commissioner's Cup final against the Lynx? We don't know. She's out of this game due to conditioning. She's back with the team. She's on the bench here in street clothes, but she hasn't played in about 2 weeks. So I think the Liberty, as Dojkic hits the free throw, in order not to mess up any of the chemistry that has been built with this lineup here, she'll probably come off the bench. I don't think you throw her back into the mix after not playing for 2 weeks like that. If they need her, she'll be on the bench to come off the bench. It looks like Letitia Ami here for the Dream has checked in. Crystal Dangerfield as well. And Dojkic hits the second free throw. It's 80-53. 80-53. Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the third. You have Marquisha Davis back into the game. If you missed it in the second quarter, she scored all 9 of her points. Went 4 for 4, had a steal, a block. She was doing it all. Gray down to Parker Tice. Spin move goes up with the left, misses, and John Quell with the rebound. I think John Quell is on double-double watch here. Dojkic comes off the screen over to JJ. JJ, is that a 3 or a long 2? They say it's a long 2. and saved by Haley Jones of the Dream. Crystal Dangerfield quickly up the court, attacks Dojkic. They call a foul. And Crystal Dangerfield will go to the line for free throws. I thought the foul was on the floor. Jonquel with 13 and 9, so 1 rebound away for a double-double for Jonquel. 12 and 7 for Stewie, so she's 3 away from a double-double. Sabrina does have the double-double with 26 points and 10 assists. Crystal Dangerfield rattles in the first free throw. And Dangerfield knocks down the second. So it's 80-55 here. Approaching a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Liberty continuing their domination over this Atlanta Dream team. Burke over to J.J. J.J. looking for somebody. Over to Dojkic. Dojkic attacks right side of the floor. Goes up. Blocked by Ami here. Me here sends that to the third row, and it stays with the Liberty with 7 on the shot clock. Somebody has to cut there. If somebody cuts right behind, that's an easy layup for Phoebich or somebody cutting off that rotation. But the Liberty tend to stay on the three-point line. Dojkic inbounds to JJ. JJ with the ball, attacks Cheyenne Parker-Tyus. Spin move, goes up. And good defense by Cheyenne Parker-Tyus. Rebound by Ami here. Ami here still with the ball there. She attacks the basket, goes up, and smokes the layup. Cheyenne Parker misses. And the Liberty with the rebound. Marquisha Davis on the run. Marquisha Davis looking at Crystal Dangerfield. Pulls up in her face. Rattles in. Oh, she misses her first shot of the game. Letitia Ami here. Hand off to Crystal Dangerfield. She's calling for the screen. Left side of the floor. She pulls back for 3. Shots were off. I seen it. Rebound, Kennedy Burke. Over to Dojkic. 40 seconds to go here. Kennedy Burke over to Phoebich. Up top to JJ. Left side of the floor. Over to Kennedy Burke. Kennedy Burke attacks baseline. She goes up. And blocked by, I don't know who blocked that. And the crowd is loving the energy from Letitia Ami here. I guess she's a fan favorite down in Atlanta. Tudo says, in my opinion, we should arrest our starters in the fourth so we can get ready for Tuesday. Yeah, you just don't want to you don't want to give Atlanta any life, even though this game is pretty much done. You don't want to give them no life. So the Atlanta Dream are in the bonus. So they're shooting free throws the rest of this quarter. Foul on Ivana Dojkic. 80-55 here. It's 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. I get my clock fixed for you. She hits the first. 80-56. It looks like Chicago has taken the lead here in that Indiana Fever game. And Dangerfield hits the second. So it's 80-57 here. So lead was as much as 34. Dream trying to get this down to 20 here. Dojkic with the ball. 10 seconds on the clock. Dojkic over to Marquisha Davis. She attacks. Throws it up. Misses. Gets the rebound. Gets blocked by Haley Jones. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the quarter, the Dream have sort of cut into the lead. The 34-point lead it was at the time. 80-57. 80-57. So the Atlanta Dream outscored the Liberty 19-18 in that third quarter. Let us get ready for the fourth. All right, looking at these other scores, man, Washington. I need to take a look at this Washington game. This is interesting here. Washington outscoring Dallas 17-8 here in the third quarter to take this lead. You got 13 from Dolson with 5 rebounds. She's hit 3 threes. She's a bad matchup for a team with like bigs because she'll do that pick and pop, stay at the 3-point line, and and then after that, it's just shooting fish in a barrel, as they say. Um, so you got 9 from Samuelson, 7 from Van Loo. Balanced scoring all around for the Mystics here. The wings, you got 22 from Howard, 15 from Agumbawale. Everybody else is under 10. Very interesting here. Very interesting in this Dallas game. This Connecticut game, it looks like they're running out of steam here. Storm putting belt, trying to pull away here. Dewana Bonner up to 6 points and 9 rebounds. Alyssa Thomas, she's still on 9 rebounds, has 8 points. Bree Jones with 10 points and 3 rebounds. Ty Harris with 8 and Dejanay with 2. And you got for Seattle, Neko Ogwumike with 11, Ezzy Magwagor with 6 and 7, Sky Diggins-Smith with 8 and 8, Jewel Lloyd with 14, and Horson with 5. Beulah says, Jay, why Steph Dolson leave Liberty? I mean, her contract was up, and the Liberty didn't offer her any contract. So that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Her contract, she was there for 2 years. Contract was over, and it was time to move on. Time to get more multifaceted off the bench. Steph Dolson, while a solid player, Liberty wanted people who can guard multiple positions, which they got in Kennedy Burke and Leonie Fibich. They thought Niara Sabali would take a step in her advancement in her game after playing overseas during the summer. She was starting to come into her own this season, playing really well, but then she got landed on and had that back injury, and she's been out ever since. So it's Liberty Bowl to start this fourth quarter. Sabrina, 26 and 10, leading both in points and assists for both teams. Ball in play with the Liberty and Sabrina. Sabrina guarded by Crystal Dangerfield. So it's Sabrina, Leo, Jonquel, Burke, and Marquisha. Sabrina with the ball. She splits the double team. Corner to Marquisha. Marquisha throws up the jump shot. Thought she got fouled. Misses. And the Dream have the rebound. So Marquisha, after starting off 4 for 4, has missed her last 3 shots. Parker ties fall away jump shot. Ball gets tipped out by Jonquel. So it stays with the Dream. It's like every time Marquisha touched the ball, she's looking to score here. Dangerfield under the basket to inbound. And ball gets inbound to Haley Jones. Haley Jones tries to post up on Leo. She throws up the hook shot and bounces in. So it's 80-59. 21-point lead here for the Liberty. Liberty need to keep this going on a backcourt violation. I saw it. So turnover by the Liberty, unforced error there, being lackadaisical around the half-court line, and they turn the ball over. So not a good start to the fourth for the Liberty here. 80-59. Haley Jones with the ball over to Alicia Gray, over to Letitia Amahir. Amahir with the ball, finds Alicia Gray off the curl. She goes up, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line. So they have a chance to get it under 20. RC says, how's it going, bro? Lead was as much as 34. Dream have been fighting their way back now. They have a chance to get it under 20. Bro, you're right. You got to get those shots up. She's like, who knows if I get these minutes ever again this season. Let me get these shots up as Gray hits the first free throw. Kennedy Burke is out. Brianna Stewart in. Marquisha Davis is out as well. Kayla Thornton in. So Sandy Brondello not taking any chances here, getting the starters back into the game. Alicia Gray knocks down the second. And it's a 19-point game. Credit to the Dream. They continue to fight. The Liberty started falling in love with the 3. Stopped moving the ball. Had a couple funky lineups out there that I think I've seen them run before. Ionescu with the ball over to Stewie. Stewie in the corner, guarded by Amahir. Out to Jonquel. Jonquel attacks, goes, and she gets fouled on the drive. So it'll be Liberty ball. Man, it says the Atlanta Nightmare. I'm weak. So it's New York's ball. Sideline out of bounds for the Liberty. Let's see what they can do here. I don't think they've scored in the quarter yet. Ball inbounds with the Liberty. Sabrina with the ball over to Stewie. Stewie over to Leo. Leo down to JJ. And they call a jump ball here. They're trying to force that ball into JJ when she's being doubled. You got to swing. The ball moves faster than the man, so you got to just swing it back opposite side. So it's a jump ball between JJ. So between JJ and Alicia Gray here. Ball goes up. Sabrina with the ball. 2 seconds on the shot clock. And Kayla Thornton throws it up. Air ball and shot clock violation. So the Dream are fighting back here, people. This game is not over. This game is not over. Ball in play with the Dream. Haley Jones with the ball. Haley Jones over to Amahir. Amahir on the crossover attacks and scores on Stewie. So it's a 17-point game here with 8 minutes to go. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina attacks out to the three-point line. Finds, another turn. She saves her own turnover. Goes up for the foul line jumper. Bounces around and misses. So the Dream have a chance to get this down to 15 here. Crystal Dangerfield with the ball. Gets into the paint. Foul line jumper. She misses. Wide open, thankfully. And the Liberty struggling to score here. They're being outscored 6-0 here in the fourth quarter. I don't know if the leg... bad pass by Stewie. Crystal Dangerfield on the break. Jonquel with the block. But they call a foul. Liberty with the foul. Jonquel thought she got the block. Maybe got Crystal Dangerfield across the head there too. They might call it. It does hit her in the head. That might be a flagrant one here. And the Liberty starting to fall apart here towards the end of the game. She got the ball first, but on the follow-through. Got her in the head. They're probably going to give a flagrant on this one. So Liberty struggling here in the fourth. Starting to, I guess the focus isn't there as much as it was earlier in the game. They got up by 34 and took their foot off the gas. So they're at the line. I'm at the table reviewing this call. Looking at these other games, Washington up 10 on Dallas, so they've completed that turnaround by a lot. Seattle up 55-48, and Indiana has retaken that lead 35-33. Interesting, very interesting. Here in Beulah, Ryan Howard had a bad ankle turn on Wednesday against the Minnesota Lynx, so she's out hurt. She is out hurt. All right, so of course the Liberty making me sweat out a game here on on a Sunday. I thought this game was well in hand. I should have known better, knowing the Liberty. When they get a big, they tend to, they cut off from a commercial and came back to Crystal Dangerfield shooting a free throw. So they don't say it's a flagrant. They just give her the foul shots because Jonquel got the ball first. Dangerfield knocks down both, and it's a 15-point game here. So they've cut this lead totally down. There's a lot of time here. This game is not over in the slightest. Ball in play with the Liberty. Sabrina over to Kayla, over to Sabrina, over to Stewie. Crystal Dangerfield is playing really good defense on Sabrina here. Kayla Thornton over to Stewie. Stewie with the ball, 4 seconds. Stewie over to Phoebus. Phoebus, top of the key, 3. Finally, Leo knocks down a 3. Big 3 by the Liberty here. Needed it badly. It's 83-65. Haley Jones with the ball. Over to Dangerfield. Over to Haley Jones. Left side of the floor. They're trying to post Cheyenne Parker Tyus. You got to rotate over. Parker Tyus backs into Phoebus. She goes up with the left, misses. Emmett here gets the rebound. Out to Dangerfield. 2 seconds. 1 second. And she misses completely. Kayla Thornton with the rebound. Great defense by the Liberty there. Stewie with the ball. Stewie down to Phoebus in the post against Alicia Gray. She posts up. Goes across with the left. And scores. So Phoebus has scored the last 5 points for the Liberty to stem this run by the Dream. And is back to 20. Phoebus is 6'4". Spanish League MVP as a foul is called on Sabrina. Phoebus trying to get around that screen. Elijah said they got a call about the spread. Or FanDuel made the call. Elijah's a 34 comeback. Beulah, Cheyenne Parker Tyus hits the baseline jumper. Beulah, I don't know. They don't have a timetable for her return. Who knows if she'll miss the Olympics. The Liberty miss a layup, and Crystal Dangerfield is on the run here. She's trying to take it 1-on-3, and she misses. She gets to her own rebound, and Liberty get the block. Stewie throws it up court to Sabrina. Sabrina, just slow it down, girl. Taking it 1-on-2. I don't know what Sabrina was doing there. Taking it 1-on-3, actually. There's no need to. And they call. What happened? Timeout by the Dream. So the Liberty, they look a little shaky here, but I think this lead is pretty much safe. Making some stupid decisions. Sabrina just went 1-on-3 there for some reason, for no reason. It wasn't like the clock was running out, but it is what it is. Let me see what Aaliyah Boston's doing. You saying Aaliyah Boston heating up? Oh, you mean overall? Yeah, she's playing really well as of late. So timeout by the Dream is 85-67. 85-67. We got 5:40 left to go in this game. So we're in a commercial right now. Looking at these other games, man, I knew I should have bet Washington. I just knew it. Dallas is terrible. Let me look at the Seattle Connecticut game. Seattle is up 57-50. Let me see what the score is looking like here, man. I'm a little thirsty. So Alyssa Thomas does get the double-double, 12 points, 12 rebounds. Bonner with 6 points and 9 rebounds. You got for the Storm, you have Nneka with 11. Ezzy Magbegor on double-double watch with 10 points and 8 rebounds. You got Sky Digg with 8 points and 8 assists. Jewel Lloyd with 14. And Jordan Horston with 5. Okay. RSC said Tina Bars if you yeah, Tina Charles, yeah, they gotta play in the 5, man. I guess they want a 5 that can spread the floor and can grab boards. Beal said Crystal Dangerfield is my favorite UConn player. She's just a pest, man. I liked her when she played for the Liberty. Whenever we play against her, she's just a pest. I mean, at 5'5", 5'4", 5'5", you have to be a pest to stay on the roster. So in this Wings Mystics game, the Wings have completely fallen apart here. Completely fallen apart here, people. Steph Dolson with back-to-back 15-plus point games. She has 16 in this game. All right, so we're coming back to the broadcast here. Coming back to the broadcast here with the Dream. Parker Tice with the ball, handoff to Haley Jones. Haley Jones on the drive, corner to Dangerfield for three, and she misses. Rebound, Kayla Thornton. So we're approaching 5 minutes to go here. Ball over to John Quell. Top of the key. John Quell over to Febich. Febich is doing work for the Liberty. Febich drives to the basket. Left hand layup. Febich goes. People don't know about Febich. She's sneaky. And the Liberty get the steal off the inbound. Oh, it bounces. They get the deflection off Febich's knee. And after they get the steal, they turn it right back over. So ball back in play with the Dream here. Febich has scored all 7 points here in the fourth quarter. She's hit a 3 and 2 layups. Amma here with the ball. And that should be a jump ball. Letitia Amma here and Brianna Stewart get locked up for a jump ball. Tudo says, looking forward to Tuesday. What do you think New York has to do to beat Minnesota? Have to slow down Kayla McBride. You can't have Kayla McBride go off on you. The matchup is going to be that Alana Smith-John Quell Jones matchup. John Quell doesn't like to play on the perimeter. Jump ball. The Liberty win the jump ball here. Ball with Sabrina. But the Liberty have to slow down to 3 for the Minnesota Lynx. Just let Stewie play Nafisa straight up, and you live with. If Nafisa scores 50 and they win, you tip your hat to her. But you can't go double Nafisa and then leave Xander Lassini and McBride and Bridget Carlton open for threes. It's Dream Ball here. Down to Parker Tyus. She goes up with the left and scores. Cheyenne Parker Tyus with the basket. Yeah, Haley Jones. I thought she would have developed a jump shot by now. She hasn't. Sabrina into the lane, throws up the floater, gets her own rebound. Sabrina over here padding her rebounding stats now. Stewie with the drive, hesitation over to Febich. Febich a 3 and misses. Rebound, Amma here. Man, if only Febich could get more consistent with these threes, we'd be fine. Crystal Dangerfield out of control, but saves it over to Nia Coffey. Coffey with the ball, top of the key. She's just dribbling over to Haley Jones. Down to Parker Tyus, right side of the floor. Face-up jumper, misses. Haley Jones does get the rebound, goes up with the reverse and scores. Nobody boxes her out. She gets the rebound. 87-71 here. Sabrina, lazy passing. You can tell she looks gassed. I would put Dojkic in the game for her right now. John Quell with the drive goes up. It gets fouled by Nia Coffey. Yeah, Sabrina looks a little gassier. She just lazy pass. Almost gets picked off by Dangerfield. So John Quell at the line for free throws here. John Quell knocks down the first. $14 and 10 for John Quell at the moment with 4 assists. Yeah, they only got three bench plays at the moment, so 2 starters still going to have to play. They hit the second. 89-71. Yeah, Sandy is holding out right now. Lorella Kubai for the Dream has subbed in. Jordan Canada comes off the screen, off the trap. She loses the ball, and the Liberty get the steal. All right, Sandy, get the bench ready. They can't blow this lead in 3 minutes. Sabrina over to Stewie. Stewie in the paint against Coffey. Pulls up for the jumper. Foul and 1. Brianna Stewart. Padding her stats now. Elijah says the W needs a roster expansion badly. Yeah. So timeout here. This game is over now. Sabrina hits the jump shot. Brianna Stewart up to 14 with 6 assists and 8 rebounds. So she's stuffing the stat sheet. Didn't have to score 33 tonight. All right, so this game is over, y'all. No, not over, but pretty much over. So let's take a look at these other games. Connecticut's still trying to hang around here, down by 7. Down by 7 here. Tudo says that's game, great game by New York. RC said this other game has turned messy. Which one? The Fever Chicago game? What they fighting out there, or they can't buy a bucket? Offense is slowed down. We're at a timeout right now, people. You're not missing a thing. Thanks for everybody who's joined the watch along today. Appreciate all the support. We'll be back on Tuesday for the Commissioner's Cup final between the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty. So make sure you are tuned in for that. It will be a good one, God willing, and hopefully the Liberty go back-to-back Commissioner's Cup champions. No team has won back-to-back yet. The Commissioner's Cup been around since the 2021 season. I think the Seattle Storm won it year 1. I think Chicago won it year 2. No. It was the Seattle Storm, then the Las Vegas Aces, and the Liberty won it last year. And now the Liberty have a chance to repeat this year. Bueller says Wings dealing with injuries hurt them. Yeah, they're not gonna be good until and even then when Satu comes back, is she gonna be the same that she was last year? So all of these things have to play a part in that. Maddie Segrist was having a breakout season and she broke her finger. So that's another one. So that's tough. Got you, RC. I figured as much. I seen the lower scoring here in the second quarter. Damien, what's up? After the game is complete, the Liberty really need to focus on the Lynx. Yep. You already know the staff is probably already focusing on that. They'll have the flight. They'll probably fly back to New York right after this game, so they can sleep in their beds tonight. Probably have a light practice tomorrow, and get ready for the Commissioner's Cup on Tuesday. Brianna Stewart hits the free throw to complete the 3-point play. 92-71. 92-71. Let's see if any subs were made. Now the bench comes up. Jordan Canada to the cutting Amahir. She throws up the hook shot. I keep calling her Amahir. They say Ami here. Misses. Sabrina with the ball over to Stewie. Stewie with the ball. Somebody falls down. Stewie just pulls up for the jumper and knocks it down. Right on the left free throw line. On the left side of the free throw line. 94-71 here. Ball with Kubai over to Canada. Canada playing her first game as a member of the Dream, dealing with a hand injury. Coffee drives, goes up. Feebich hits the ball out of bounds. Couldn't secure it. Substitutions come in. It looks like Sabrina going to the bench. Stewie going to the bench. Who else going to the bench here? Probably Jonquil. Yep. So the big three, as they call them, going to the bench. And well-deserved rest. They wish they would have been able to rest more. If we had a full team, they would have been able to. But I'm glad we put Belta behind like this. Haley Jones in the post. Fall away jump shot goes off the glass. Rebound, Kayla Thornton. So we're under 2 minutes to go here in what has not been a contest in a long time. Marquisha Davis over to Doikich. Doikich attacks. Euro steps, misses. Rebound by Canada. Canada pushing it quickly up the floor. Over to Haley Jones. Over to me here. Kennedy Berg gets a hand on it and goes out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Atlanta Dream. Stay with the Atlanta Dream. So Canada to inbound under her basket. She finds Coffee. Coffee with the pump fake attacks. Goes up. Misses. Gets her own rebound. And they call a foul on Feebich. So 4 fouls on Feebich. Coffee will go to the line for free throws. The 6th straight game New York has scored over 90 points. Salute the libs. Not those libs, but you know what I mean. Oh, so it's not free throws. They just saying the side out. It was foul was on the floor here, which is good. Letitia Ami here with the ball. She tries to attack Phoebage. Goes up with the left hand scoop and misses. Rebound Kayla Thornton again. Kennedy Burke attacks the basket. Goes up with the left hand layup and scores. Kennedy Burke, quick attack off the dribble. And it's 96-71. New York may be trying to get to 100 here. Ball to Kubai. Over to Coffee. Coffee, top of the key. Dribbling. Don't know where to go. Over to Canada. Canada, double crossover. Marquisha staying right with her. Oh, she falls down and scores. Canada hits the spin move. Marquisha trips over her foot. And Canada gets fouled and scores the layup. Beulah asks Jay, can the Fever make the playoffs? Right now, they're currently in that 8th seed. They are in the 8th seed. Dallas, Washington, Sparks, Sky are all below them. So by default, as Canada hits the free throw, they may just end up there. I mean, looking at this Atlanta, oh boy, lazy pass by the Liberty again. Foul on Kennedy Burke. They're in the bonus, so they go to the line for free throws. What was the line on this game? Let me see. Let me see what the spread was on this game here. See if they try to just inch it down a bit. So that's what it's looking like. I mean, the Liberty are just fouling a lot. Ami here misses the free throw. The line on this game was New York 8.5 point favorites. Ami here misses both. Liberty secure the rebound. So 43 seconds to go here. Liberty had a lot of turnovers, but it didn't really affect the total outcome. Dojkic comes off the screen. Foul line jumper, misses. Rebound, Haley Jones. Haley Jones with the ball. Calls out the play. Hand off to Jordan Canada. Going to her right. Jordan Canada at the foul line. They want Ami here to post. That's not a foul. She's straight up there. And they call a foul on Kennedy Burke. So Ami here going to the line for free throws. So New York, they played a Commissioner's Cup final on Tuesday. After that, they don't play until Sunday versus the Dream. I'll be at that game. Ami here rattles in the first free throw. 96-75 here. Second free throw. She clanks the second. Rebound, Kennedy Burke. And New York will just hold on to it to end this game. New York, what a game for the Liberty. Second night of a back-to-back. The Liberty fly down to Atlanta and kill that dream. They killed the dream and they win 96-75. They moved to 15-3, 11-1 in the last 12 games. 15-3, best start in team history for the New York Liberty. And we move, people. This is not even our final form. Word to Dragon Ball. We'll take a quick look at the box score, then I'll let y'all go watch the rest of these games that are on right now. So let's take a quick look. New York outscored them 29-18 in the first quarter, outscored them 33-20 in the second quarter. The Dream outscored them 19-18 in the third, and outscored them 18-16 in the fourth. But the game was pretty much set after that second quarter. Liberty, Kayla Thornton, 8 points and 6 rebounds. Salute to her. Brianna Stewart, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, stuffed the stat sheet. Jonquel Jones with 15 and 11, double-double for her. Phoebich with 9 points, had a nice 7 points in that fourth quarter to really keep our lead. And Ionescu with 26 points, 11 assists, and 3 rebounds. You have Kennedy Burke with 6, Marquisha Davis with 9, all in the second quarter. Dojkic with 6. Liberty shot 40% from 3, 51% from the field, 93% from the free throw line. Did have 12 turnovers, somewhere to work on. Nia Coffey with 9 points for the Dream. Tina Charles with 19 and 7. Ariel Powers with none. Alicia Gray with 8 and 4 assists. Bad game. Haley Jones with 7 and 4 assists. Parker Tice with 10. Hillman with 4. Amahir with 3. Canada with 6. And Dangerfield with 9. All right, people. You'll see the scores of the rest of these games. Seattle looking like they're gonna win that game against the Sun. What other game? Dallas does beat Washington 79-85, and at halftime, Indiana is up 46-45. Damien says impressive win. However, just because the Liberty had a good start doesn't mean that they'll have a good finish season-wise. You're right. Nothing is promised, but we can just go off what's happening here and now. I'm going to go watch this rest of this Fever game. So until next time, people, I'll see y'all on Tuesday for the Commissioner's Cup final. Minnesota Lynx at New York Liberty on Amazon Prime, taking place at UBS Arena. It pains me to say that. I can't believe they did that to us, but it is what it is. Until next time, people, on the way out, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all the support, and I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Salute.